everyone to a new episode brought to you by Kairos. This podcast has been specially designed for EC students to help guide their way into grabbing amazing opportunities. Today we have with us Nandini Kumar Vashne, third year EC student in IGDTUW. She is the incoming software engineer intern in Disney Plus Hotstar. Hi Nandini.
Hi, Unnati. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. So we have curated a set of questions that we were frequently asked by our juniors, and we would love to get their answers from you. Shall we begin?
Yeah, let's just begin with the questions.
So the very first that we have here is, how is placement and internship drive different for EC students?
So almost all the companies allow EC students to sit for the online test assessments. The only disadvantage that EC students have is the GPA criteria. So the GPA for EC students is a tad bit higher than the GPA required by a CSE or an IT student. Believe me when I say this, not all companies follow this, but most of them do. So always always try to score decent in your examinations, maintain a good GPA. Anything above 7.5 would do, and if you're able to score above 8, then it's even better.
Okay. Then moving on to the second question, how to target tech companies being an EC student?
See, consistency and time management are the keys. It can get overwhelming to juggle between EC core subjects and CS, IT, core subjects as well as coding. But once you get a hang of it, you will be able to navigate through the entire process. Make sure that you, do 5 questions daily. Practice 5 questions daily on DSA. Apart from DSA, participating in hackathons is one of the most interesting ways to get a hands-on practice. It basically helps you to expand your skill set, and you are also able to showcase your projects in interviews. Apart from hackathons and coding, you can also focus on resume building. Apply for as many opportunities as you can. Even if you get rejected, it really doesn't matter. What matters is that you apply for them, because if you get in, then it will give a boost to your resume. So try practicing 5 questions, focus on participating in hackathons and building a strong resume, then you're good to go.
So moving further to the third question, are there any EC specific companies that visit our campus?
See, if you're inclined towards building your career in the EC domain, or bagging an internship or a job in the EC branch, then there are some companies which offer firmware profiles. Firmware is nothing but a combination of hardware and software. Some companies like Western Digital, Schneider Electric, and General Electric do visit our campus, so you can definitely apply for them if you are, solely aiming for EC-based companies.
Yeah. So moving on to the next question, how much should one focus on college studies and CGPA when you are an EC student? Like, if you
See,
could tell us the
maintaining,
importance of
yeah,
EC subjects in
yeah.
overall.
See, as I've already mentioned, the GPA criteria for an EC student is a tad bit higher. So maintaining a good GPA is a prerequisite for any company. As long as it is above 7.5, you will be able to give the online test assessment. What I would want you to focus on is being selective with the content that you're consuming, instead of aiming for instead of aiming instead of aiming to study every concept, every topic in every unit. Focus on the topics that are more important and have a greater probability of coming in your examination. And even the professors help you to help you by telling you what topics are important and what topics should be more focused upon, right? So pay more attention to them. The second thing that I would like to suggest is focus on what is happening in your life currently. By this, what I mean to say by this is, pay attention to what is happening in your life at that particular moment. If exams are approaching, devote at least a week to prepare for the exams and then resume coding. If a company is coming for their hiring process, then make sure that you devote most of your time sharpening your DSA skills and building your resume. So work according to the need, prioritize. Do not try to juggle everything at once. Okay, it can be overwhelming, but you will get a hang of it.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on this. Even it is similar for CS as well, that not all the subjects are that important when it comes to CS subjects.
Yeah, you have
And
to
we
be
are also
selective and you have to
preparing just,
prioritize.
yeah, we are also just preparing 1 week before to, cover those up.
Yeah.
So the next question that we have here is, what resources must we follow to cover the CS core subjects that might be asked in interviews?
So there's a catch. I have to tell you this. Um, a lot of your subjects, which are usually asked in the interviews, would not be a part of your ECE curriculum. You will have. I strongly suggest you opt those subjects as your electives so that you don't have the 11th hour rush to prepare those subjects before the interview, right? Go with these subjects as your electives and then prepare simultaneously with your other EC subjects. For resources, you can definitely go with the books that are given in your syllabus. Bala Guru Swami for OOPS, Korth for DBMS. Apart from the textbooks that are already mentioned in your syllabus, you can also go with the online content that is given over the internet. Geeks for Geeks is like a hub for this information. Java tutorial points, if I'm not wrong, are one of the sites you can always refer. YouTube is a very good platform where you get free content to understand concepts like normalization, transactions, which are not theoretical but are generally asked in interviews. So you can refer YouTube, you can refer online content, you can also go with the textbooks that are mentioned in your syllabus.
So moving on to the last question that we have here. What is the right time to start with coding, and what if we are late to start with it? How to handle the situation and the pressure?
Okay, so I can relate. See, for me, I would suggest that I think there's no right time to start coding. If you're really inclined towards building a career in this domain, being in first year or ending, you're just in the middle of first and second year, start practicing 5 questions daily, start understanding the concepts. It is very important for you to have for you to establish a strong DSA base in order to practice questions. So start practicing questions, start understanding concepts, and build a strong base. You can after getting a grip of how things are usually happening in DSA, you can then switch to attempting more questions daily. Do not jump into coding. First lay a strong base, a strong foundation, and then start practicing DSA.
Yeah.
It can be overwhelming. There will be days when you don't feel like coding. There will be days when you are stuck with one problem and you just want to get done with it. But trust me when I say this, it is all worth it. Keep hustling and you will get somewhere decent, somewhere nice, someplace which is meant for you if you work hard.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on this. Like in this, like everything going on, all of this practice and all, even this seems quite similar with CSIT students as well, because even our subjects aren't very much inclined to data structure. It's just single subject that we have in our curriculum.
Yeah,
But the
yeah,
kind of importance it has, we have to like throughout the years we have to just go through them, practice questions 24/7, because
yeah.
that's how, like, it's not a very great difference between being an EC student and CSIT student. It's quite similar. It's just there are light minute bits where a difference is created, according to me.
Yeah, yeah. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. So with this, we will end this session. Thank you, Nandini, for giving such amazing clarification to all the doubts. We
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you, Kairos, for this great initiative. You're literally helping a lot of students, helping them clear their doubts and helping them, basically giving them a bigger perspective. So, yeah, thank you for
so much
having
for
me.
that. Okay. We hope that this podcast was helpful for you all. Stay tuned with us for further such informative sessions. Bye bye.